Your family can't wait around for your internet to catch up with your lifestyle. You need the mind-blowing speed you can only get with Revon broadband internet.
Mom? Mommy?
With speeds up to 70 megabits per second. Watch more, listen more, talk more, work more, and play more, all at the same time. Switch to Revon today and get 3 months free installation, and a chance to win a grand prize worth more than $5,000. Revon broadband internet. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
A missing 10-year-old boy found after more than 30 hours.
And everyone told me no, they haven't seen him.
Religious leaders continue to push their message about oil exploration.
We'd like us and the Bahamian people to receive the agreement.
The minister responsible for gaming says there are opportunities in the gaming industry other than casinos. Plus, a young designer launches a new clothing line for independents.
It's not the typical Bahamian brand.
I'm Nakia DeVoe, and this is NB12 Weekend. Everyone, thanks for joining us this Saturday for NB12 Weekend. Topping news tonight, nearly 30 hours of worry came to an end for a mother who feared her child was missing. The family of a 10-year-old boy breathing a sigh of relief tonight after the child who was reported missing yesterday was returned home. An emotional Melanie Forbes spoke to us this afternoon before her youngest child, Tamiko Cartwright, was found. She said he failed to return home after school yesterday. Forbes said her son is very friendly and trusting and also has a serious heart condition. When he was still not home this morning, she feared the worst.
There was no indication where he was home, I checked inside his room. No school bag, nothing that belongs to him in terms of being to school. So what I did, I went out to the neighbors and I asked a few of his friends if they had seen him, and everyone told me no. They haven't seen him. So I stayed home for a while and I called around the numerous relatives and friends. Everybody gave me the same answer, that they haven't seen him. I called him Nanak. If you say, well, Nanak, come, let me take you to Wendy's, or let me take you to buy you some marbles, because he loves shooting marbles, he love playing basketball, and he love playing games, If you say, Nanak, come, let me take you, say, well, to buy a game for you, or buy you some marbles, or take you to Wendy's. Trust me, he go win. That's just him, he go. He's very loving, he's very friendly. Very trusting. He does that at times. Takes his own time. Sometimes he stop. If he see a friend, he'll walk with his friend, or sometimes he's with his friends, and he is very easy to be persuaded. If they say, well, let's go to the game room, he'll forget coming home, and he'll just go. Never overnight. Not overnight, No, this is not the first time. The first time he was missing was he went by his uncle, and he stayed the night at his uncle's house.
But thankfully, the E.P. Roberts primary school student was found this afternoon with a school friend. Forbes said her son is a free spirit who often loses track of time when playing with friends, but was never out past dinner time. She admitted this isn't the first time Tamiko was out overnight, but said the last time he was safe with relatives. Forbes said she thought if he was with friends, someone would have called. The mother of four thanked everyone for their prayers, support, and assistance. Police say they take missing children cases very seriously. They urge parents to keep a close eye on their children and know their whereabouts at all times. Those pastors who form the National Citizens Coalition are once again calling on the government to be transparent with the deal it struck with the Bahamas Petroleum Company. Paige McCartney has the details in this report.
They say the government shouldn't wait until the final hour to discuss the agreement with the Bahamian public, asserting that Bahamians have every right to be intimately involved in the decision-making process of exploratory oil drilling in the Bahamas.
We would like to receive the agreement so that the Bahamian people, we'd like us and the Bahamian people to receive the agreement itself.
Chairman of the coalition, Reverend Andrew Stewart, said the group sent the Prime Minister a letter requesting the heads of agreement signed between the government and BPC. The agreement was originally signed under the last Christie administration in 2007. Under the current agreement, BPC would pay out anywhere from 12.5% to 25% to the government if oil is found, and BPC believes there is a 25 to 30% chance of finding oil. Already, the government has approved licenses for exploratory drilling in 5 areas in Bahamian waters, and the pastors are questioning why more licenses are needed.
If they would be granted those other 3, they would have the monopoly on all areas which oil is possible in the Bahamas. And they are not even an oil company. They're simply a venture capitalist group is seeking to make money for their shareholders that are in Britain.
The areas for exploration, which the government has already approved, cover nearly 4 million acres. Coalition member Wesley Campbell is questioning why such large areas are being approved for oil exploration.
And Bahamians need to understand that when the government grants a license and the mining right that goes along with that, some of those areas actually incorporate the land mass of particular islands.
Campbell said he's concerned that land mass is included in the areas that BPC would be allowed to drill for oil exploration. He said there could be dire safety and environmental implications for communities impacted.
The license that the chairman spoke to concerning the Cooper's license, which is some 777,934 square acres, includes the majority of South Andros. So, is the government saying that the licensee also has the right to mine not only in the sea, but the actual landmass of Andros? And so the question is, how does this affect the communities on these various islands?
The government has said that it would conduct a referendum on oil drilling sometime near the end of 2015 after the Bahamas Petroleum Company has completed its exploratory drilling and made a report on its findings. The coalition says it's prepared to encourage Bahamians to vote against oil drilling in that referendum unless the government creates a national sovereign fund and implements its proposals. For MB12, I'm Paige McCartney.
Last week, Minister of Tourism with responsibility for gaming, Obi Wilscombe, said the government supports the idea of Bahamians entering the casino market. Well, he also added that the government wants the gaming sector to grow beyond casinos attached to hotels. He said many Bahamians may be deterred from applying for a casino license based on the belief that in order to operate a casino, it must be attached to a hotel with 600 or more rooms.
Yes, you can. It's all dependent upon what can be negotiated. We've asked before for hotels to be attached, but we have seen over the years it's evolved.
Wilscombe also gave a few examples of standalone casinos that have been successful in the Bahamas.
In Grand Bahama, for instance, the runners of the casino in Grand Bahama, Treasure Bay, they don't own the hotel. And don't forget, the history of Grand Bahama has always been, you've had the El Casino, which was the first standalone in Grand Bahama. And then, of course, Bimini. Bimini saw 2 major casinos, one in Cat Key and one in the island of Bimini itself. And they had casinos and they did not have hotels.
Prime Minister Perry Christie recently said the government is considering a casino license application from a group of Bahamians for a New Providence gaming operation. He said it is not the same group that chartered accountant Philip Galanis said was applying for a casino license last month. Wilscombe said Bahamian businessmen should look at other opportunities in the gaming industry.
Why can't a standalone work? Why can't a slot machine parlor work? Many opportunities. The gaming industry is very big. I want Bahamians to become legitimized. I want Bahamians to pursue licenses, and I want Bahamians to get and obtain licenses and get into the casino business.
Now, the comments came after the government was heavily criticized over a leaked draft gaming bill that would allow work permit holders and permanent residents, along with tourists, to gamble in casinos and online while upholding the prohibition against Bahamians gambling.